university student, so am I. Let me give you some tips part 2, let's go! So I personally was never taught how to cite papers, and now at university I have to write a lot of them, so this Chrome extension helped me a lot. It's called MyBib. When you'd like to reference a paper, you should just open this extension and it will automatically create the citation for you. It is also possible to add this to your project and at the end download your full reference list in one document.
Here's how to make any essay longer. So when you're writing your essays, change because to the particular reason for the circumstance, change this means to this actively demonstrates that, change in conclusion to sum up everything that has been stated so far, change for to for the exact purpose of, and change like to along the lines of. Share this with all of your friends.
Imagine it's the day before your unit test. You're studying, cramming everything into one night, looking through all of your notes, doing practice problems, but all to no avail because when your test grade comes back, it's not what you were expecting. If this is a problem you face, keep watching. These are 5 study habits that you need to adapt in order to get better grades and ace every single exam you take. Number 1 is to talk to anybody who will listen about the entire unit. Literally teach it to someone else. Why does this help? Because you're legitimately walking yourself and the other person through step by step. And when you do this, you're actually understanding it better because your brain's able to comprehend it more if you say it out loud. This works especially well when you're walking through math problems. Number 2 is to try not to study as much as possible, contrary to what you might think. Be an active listener in class instead. This would probably work better with English, history, or a language. All you have to do is listen to your teacher, so that when you go back home you don't have to study because you paid attention in class. Follow me for part 2! Okay, so this time management trick is what got me from B's to straight A's in 5 AP, with 3 to 4 officer positions in club, a job, and while being an artist and writer. I know, it sounds insane. But basically, what you really have to do is hone it down to details. You cannot be a big picture person anymore. Don't just adhere to the deadline that the school gives you. Try making your own deadline to adhere to as well, and make it as short-term and specific as possible. For example, what I did, if I got home at 9 or 10, then I would tell myself if I was going to do work or just shower when I go home, and then just do work the next morning. But either way, I made sure that I got at least 7 hours of sleep per day. If you have something from 6 to 8 that you do your hard work before 6, so that you can come back after 8 and just do your easy work that's left. Follow for more time management tricks.
Are you a university student? So am I. Let me give you some tips part 9, let's go! This one is for all the students who struggle to focus at home or cannot go to the library. Go to the website studystream.live. You can enter a Zoom call where everyone else is focusing. No more distractions and you can be surrounded by motivated students. If this was helpful, follow and share with a friend.
Hi, so I am a junior in high school who has taken over 8 AP so far, and I have a lot of extracurriculars, and I just have a very heavy course load. And I also had a fast food job for 8 months, but I still maintained a 4.0 GPA. And here is exactly how I did it. This is literally what I swear by. Okay, so say that one day you have practice after school or an after school activity and you don't get home till like 8 or 9. What I normally do is I come home and I do the actual homework worksheets when I come back home. I don't study for anything, I just do the worksheets. But if I have to study for something, a test or a quiz or something that's the next day, I finish my worksheets first and then I study a little bit, but my primary time of studying is the next morning. I either wake up early to study or as soon as I get to school I start studying. My first period starts at 7:20, I will use the time before then as much as I can to study. And then basically I leave it up to the universe for the best. But it's worked very well for me. Follow for more school hacks.
What do your teachers think about you? If you're a freshman, sophomore, or junior, listen up because teacher recommendations play a huge part in college applications. If there's a teacher that likes you, participate more in their class. Join clubs they oversee. Sometimes just stay after class to talk to them, and build a strong bond from day one.
Okay, so if you're interested in going to college and you need to map out your deadlines, watch this. I'm gonna tell you what you should be doing each year of your high school career in order to prepare for college. Okay, your freshman year. Genuinely, every time anybody asks me about freshman year, I legitimately say to enjoy your social life as much as you can. Don't just focus on solely school, but don't slack off either. Just because it's freshman year does not mean that you should have a lacking GPA. Colleges will look. But if you do end up with a lacking GPA, so to speak, as long as you improve it throughout the years, you're good. Alright, sophomore year. This is time to just take a few APs, challenge yourself a little bit, but still keep that social life aspect really alive. Maybe even look at a few colleges you're interested in. Junior year is really where you should be taking the most challenging courses available to you, as well as honing down on the colleges you're interested in, or at least what subjects you like. And then senior year, obviously you apply to college, and you're good to go. Biggest thing, 1, keep challenging yourself personally, and 2, try to keep a good balance. Follow for more.
The internet was basically designed for people with ADHD. There's always something interesting and stimulating at your fingertips. But screen use can make ADHD symptoms more challenging to control. My phone is always on silent, and there's some great apps out there that can help you regulate your screen time. And my absolute favorite strategy is these time-lapse videos. This 30-second clip is over 2 hours of work. So try it out and tag me or use the hashtag StudyWithKate and let me know how it goes. Here's some ADHD-specific study tips. If you have 5 parts to your paper, for example, pathophysiology, pharmacology, split those up over 5 days. Then tell someone that you're going to email it to them at the end of the day. They don't even need to read it, it just holds yourself accountable so that you don't become hyper-focused and a perfectionist on one section and end up not getting to the rest of your paper. Another tip is to use a cue card like this to cover up the words that you're not looking at so that you don't become distracted by them. Like for part 2.
Does your professor have a lot of slides? Do you wish you had a study guide instead? Well, I have a solution. Go to Microsoft PowerPoint, click File, Print, change Layout Slides to Outline, click on PDF, and change it to Save as PDF. Select your destination, click Save, and you got yourself a study guide. Follow and like for more content.
I want to preface this by saying that I am probably one of the most easily distracted people that I know, but these strategies genuinely worked for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give them to y'all. But these are psychological tricks that will help you do better at school. Number 1 is to listen to music while you study. And it doesn't have to be classical, it can be any music that literally helps you. I am a huge fan of the Hunger Games soundtrack, but also for some reason I study really well under hype music too. So it really depends on how you are as a person. But listen to music while you study because it helps a lot. Number 2, study in the same way that you're gonna take your test. Like, have you ever heard of the trick that while you study, you chew a certain flavor of gum and then you chew that same flavor for the test? It's the same exact concept here. Just study in the same way that you would take your test. If you're gonna be testing in a quiet environment, then try studying in a quiet room. Number 3 is to motivate yourself by getting really attractive, good-looking things to study in. It's the same concept as whenever you get a new toy as a kid and you really want to use it for the first couple weeks. If you get a new notebook, you're gonna want to take notes in it. Follow for more.
Google Scholar is finished. Head to Microsoft Academic. It's got over 250 million publications. Search and you get loads of papers on the topic, with filters to help you find the right one. There's even topic pages, which can quickly give you a broad overview of the subject, and tell you when research is published. Hit follow for more.
Google just launched an incredible certificate program intended for anyone looking for a career change. Let me show you.
Google basically said, you don't need any experience and you can learn at your own pace. Here are 5 certificate programs to choose from, and once you're done, we're going to help you ace that interview. Oh, and also, we're going to help you land the job because we've partnered with 130 employers in our exclusive platform who want to hire you. This is an amazing opportunity, so make sure to go to Grow with Google to learn more.
I hate all men, but when he loves me, I feel like I'm floating when he calls me pretty.
Secrets your teachers don't want you to know? Search for Hemingway Editor. This website grades your essay out of 10 and highlights for you everything that needs to be improved.